Hey everybody, video number 2 for the Gen X Bachelor. So I just got back from a Tinder date, and it was about 2 hours long or so. And I was walking back. It was probably only about a 15-minute walk from where I live. This place is right on the beach, um, and it's it's got a good view. As I was walking back, I was realizing, wow, the the sunset's freaking great, and it made me think that was one of the main reasons why I came to live here. So I live in Mexico, and that's the only way that I could afford to live on the beach and have the lifestyle that I've always wanted, that I've always dreamed of having. So, and I thought about that. I'm like, maybe I should talk about that. I was watching a video on YouTube, and somebody said, go where you're treated best. It might have been the Nomad Capitalist or something like that. And so I really thought about that, and I also saw a lot of videos about people who went to Mexico to live, and anyways, when I realized, what am I doing here? I've always wanted to live at the beach. And so I called my friend, and she had been living in Mexico at the beach at this place. Maybe I'll say where I live later on. Uh, for 6 months. And I called her and I said, hey, how do you like it out there? She's like, dude, you need to come and check this out. She goes, you'll love it. So I did. I said, all right, I'll be there next weekend. I spent about maybe 3, 4 days. And so I came back and I put my house up for sale. I've been pretty fortunate. When I bought my house, it was in 2009. It was at its bottom. I got a good deal. During the pandemic, everything shot up. It was ridiculous. I don't know, maybe I made like 3 times what I paid. In Mexico, where I bought, luckily, the condo of my dreams at that time was at its bottom. I got a killer deal. I got a killer deal. So I remodeled it. I did I customized it the way that I wanted. And so I lived the dream life of a bachelor at that time. And I really got to live out a fantasy. I really did. And so I did, and then when I noticed that condo shot up in price, I'm like, well, maybe there's an opportunity. I had my fun, I had a good time, and so maybe it's time to sell. So I looked into it, and that's what I did. And so yeah, I sold that place, and I bought some more property somewhere else in Mexico. I, I built a house there. I don't live in that part of Mexico, but where I live now in Mexico, I just rent now, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. But I just thought that was a something to talk about. You know, that phrase "go where you're treated best" really kind of stuck with me, and I do feel that this is where I'm treated best. Um, I haven't traveled the world, so I'm sure there's other places in the world where they treat you really good. I can only speak about where I've been. But, you know, in this video in particular, my advice to you is that same thing where that person told me, go where you're treated best, where you think you're going to be treated best. If you're in a place right now, I mean, you know, I made it work. if you're in a place right now where you're comfortable, maybe you should just get out of your comfort zone. I don't know. Because sometimes getting out of your comfort zone, it can pay off big time. But I mean, who am I to say? You know, if you like to be in your comfort zone and that's where you want to stay, that's cool. You know, do you. That's important. But I'm always looking to explore a little bit. I'm always looking to find something that's a little different that I like more, and maybe I'm in my comfort zone right now. So maybe that's what I use for, you know, when I travel. I use that to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. But anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this video, and hopefully you got something out of it. All right, thanks a lot. I'll see you guys next time.